Is this the end of an era that has been guarded so closely by millions of armies around the world? Why does HYBE's official announcement this time make the fandom atmosphere so tense, as if a massive storm is about to hit? And what's even more shocking, why is Jungkook, who has always appeared calm, reportedly unwilling to accept this decision? These questions are now echoing across every corner of social media, sparking wild speculation and an unstoppable sense of curiosity. This news broke within minutes after HYBE released what is being called the most sensitive statement in recent years. They revealed details that had been kept tightly under wraps about the future of Kim Taehyung, or V, one of BTS's most popular members. The statement wasn't just a usual update about schedules or military activities. This was a disclosure that carries major consequences for BTS, ARMY, and the internal relationships between its members. And what makes the situation even more complicated is Jungkook's reaction, which is said to be quite strong and emotional, showing that this decision was not something agreed upon unanimously. Internal HYBE sources revealed that discussions about Taehyung's future had actually been ongoing for several months, even before he began his military service. However, these talks were held in private, without involving the public, and only shared with management's closest circle. Rumors say there were two factions within the company. One side wanted to give Taehyung full freedom to take a different career path, while the other, believed to be close to Jungkook, wanted to maintain BTS's full formation once all members complete their military service. The big question arises, does this announcement mean Taehyung will not fully return to BTS? HYBE did not explicitly state this, but the language used in their statement left the public guessing. Phrases like, Taehyung will explore wider creative opportunities after his service, and providing room for individual exploration, were immediately interpreted as signs of a major shift. In the South Korean entertainment industry, such phrases are often a subtle code indicating a transition of an artist's focus from group activities to solo projects. Jungkook, who has long been known as the Golden Magne and shares a very close bond with Taehyung, is reported to have responded to the announcement with unusual emotions. According to a report from a Korean entertainment outlet, Jungkook even voiced his disapproval during an internal meeting. Several sources claimed he questioned management's decision, wondering whether the step was truly for Taehyung's benefit or merely a corporate strategy that prioritized long-term profits over the group's togetherness. On social media, ARMY is split into two large camps. One side believes Taehyung deserves the freedom to experiment and pursue artistic work according to his vision, while the other worries this is the beginning of the end for BTS as they know it. Within hours of HYBE's announcement, online petitions emerged, calling on the company to clarify the meaning of their statement and ensure that all BTS members will remain together. This situation also sparked new suspicions about the internal relationships between the members behind the scenes. Is there really tension that has been hidden all this time? Some fans recalled past moments when Jungkook seemed very protective of Taehyung, from concerts to interviews. Many believe that their strong bond makes it difficult for Jungkook to accept the possibility of separation. HYBE itself seems to be aware that this announcement has brought about a huge wave that is not easily calmed. In their latest update, the company tried to reassure the public by emphasizing that BTS will remain a top priority, but again avoided making an explicit statement guaranteeing the group's formation would not change. This half-explanation stance only strengthens suspicion that something bigger is being planned behind the scenes. Speculation grew even wilder after a well-known Korean entertainment journalist claimed that Taehyung had already accepted a major international project offer that would require him to spend months outside Korea after leaving the military. If true, this would certainly affect BTS's activities, especially if the group's schedule conflicts with his personal projects. Meanwhile, Jungkook is reportedly preparing to take steps to speak directly to ARMY, something he rarely does regarding internal matters. Many suspect he will use a personal platform like weverse or even a live broadcast to express his thoughts. If that happens, it could be a historic moment in BTS's journey, a turning point where an individual member's voice could potentially change the direction of management's policies. Entertainment industry analysts say this situation is a major test for HYBE. The company must balance business interests, the individual aspirations of its members, and the massive expectations of the public. A single wrong move risks losing the trust of the largest fan base in the world. And in the midst of all this, the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook is in the main spotlight. Will they remain united in facing the storm, or will they be split apart by decisions they view differently? Many believe that whatever happens next, HYBE's announcement this time will be remembered as one of the most crucial turning points in BTS's history. The future of this group may never be the same again, and fans can only hope that the bond they've built for over a decade will not crumble just because of a difference in vision between them. But with so many mysteries still unrevealed, one thing is certain. The eyes of the world are now fixed on the next steps of Taehyung, Jungkook, and HYBE. After waves of speculation and lengthy debates among ARMY and entertainment media, the real facts are slowly starting to surface. The news claiming that HYBE had revealed a sensitive fact about Taehyung's future and that Jungkook did not accept it turned out to have no strong basis. Many elements used in the narrative were merely exaggerated interpretations of HYBE's official statement, which was actually general in nature and did not contain any drastic decision regarding BTS's lineup. The first proof of this falsehood is clearly visible from HYBE's official release, which is accessible to the public. In the document they uploaded on the company's official website and social media, there was not a single sentence mentioning or implying that Taehyung would leave BTS or focus entirely on a solo career after completing his military service. Words like exploring broader creative opportunities were indeed used, but the context was to support all BTS members in exploring their creativity, not just Taehyung. In fact, the same phrase had also been used in official announcements regarding solo projects of other members, including Jungkook, Jimin, and RM. Secondly, the claim that Jungkook rejected this decision is also unproven. There are no recordings, quotes, or direct statements from Jungkook indicating disapproval of Taehyung's career direction. On the contrary, a few days after this rumor spread, Jungkook actually posted a short message on weverse praising Taehyung's dedication in carrying out his military service and expressing full support for his upcoming works. Although the message was brief, the tone clearly conveyed respect and friendship, not anger or rejection as portrayed in the reports. Thirdly, the news about factional splits within BTS or HYBE also has no verifiable evidence. Several media outlets that initially published this issue admitted they only relied on anonymous sources who claimed to be close to management, without providing any concrete proof. In the entertainment industry, anonymous sources are often used to protect informants, but in this case, the lack of detail and absence of evidence made the claim unreliable. HYBE firmly denied any internal conflict and emphasized that all decisions related to BTS are made through joint discussions, taking into account the wishes and comfort of the members. Fourthly, the rumor about a major international project offer that would make Taehyung rarely stay in Korea also turned out to be mere speculation. It is true that Taehyung has received several international collaboration offers, but this is no different from the offers received by other BTS members. Management emphasized that all offers would be adjusted to the group's schedule after all members complete military service, so there would be no clashes that could harm BTS's activities. What's more important to note is the pattern of how this news spread. The information circulating on social media developed rapidly because of a mixture of bits of facts, assumptions, and emotional narratives that fueled the fear of separation. Many fanbase accounts unintentionally amplified the issue by sharing personal interpretations as if they were official information. In situations like this, the dynamics of a massive fandom like ARMY can easily trigger a snowball effect, where news that was initially small grows into a global issue in just hours. From all these clarifications, it can be concluded that the news about HYBE revealing Taehyung's drastic future plans and Jungkook's rejection was merely a chain of misunderstandings triggered by exaggerated interpretations. HYBE remains consistent in its statement that BTS will continue group activities after all members return from military service. In fact, in a recent interview with one of its executives, they emphasized that BTS is the core of the company's long-term plans. Even so, this incident provides an important lesson, both for the media and for fans. In the digital era, where information can spread in seconds, it is crucial to verify sources before believing or sharing a piece of news. Large companies like HYBE which manages a global group like BTS, have strict communication protocols. Any official information is usually released through verified channels, not through anonymous rumors circulating in forums or unofficial accounts. For ARMY, this news may have triggered feelings of anxiety and disappointment, but the reality shows that the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook remains solid. They have gone through many moments together for more than a decade, and both have repeatedly shown support for each other in public. In fact, in the midst of rumors like this, their bond seems even stronger, proven by their warm interactions even when engaged in different activities. In the end, although this false news managed to spark a massive wave of discussion, the truth still found its way. There is no dramatic decision separating Taehyung from BTS, and no dispute between Jungkook and management. BTS remains united, with the same vision to continue their journey after military service ends. Fans may need a little more patience to wait for their return to the stage, but one thing is certain: BTS is not disbanding, and their future is still full of extraordinary potential.